Hello, Dr. Sam Graber. On today's episode, I am going to teach you how to lower your stress with nutritional ketosis. Yes, there is such a way. All right, so stress isn't just that feeling of pressure or anxiety when something is beyond your control. That is the form of stress that we're most familiar with, as it is the easiest one to notice. But stress isn't just about external influences or stressors, or the most obvious effects of them. Stress is an inside job. It's how we respond or react to a stressor that makes all the difference. See, if we're mentally stressed, we understand that that basically means we're doing too much, right? We're resting too little, our minds are too busy, monkey mind going 90 to nothing. And a lot of what we're doing is psychologically and emotionally harmful. But our bodies can be stressed too. Now, on a physical level, we can be stressed by lifting heavy weights, running, pushing ourselves to the limits. But what our bodies can also be stressed by is what we do metabolically. Well, following suit, it's basically pushing our metabolism to the limit. See, our bodies are designed to extract nutrients from our food, that's why we eat, and to put those nutrients into cells and then grow more healthier cells and a whole bunch of other things, but let's just keep it basic here. So to do this, we handle a delicate balance of metabolic hormones every day. When we eat nourishing foods, our stomach gets the nutrients from it, gets the energy, and then our gut gets the micronutrients from it. Our liver and our pancreas breaks those nutrients down, and our blood carries the good stuff to all the cells, and then our kidneys and our colon get rid of what's left. Basic system right there. So when working per the design, you'd be hard pressed to find a more efficient system than the human digestive system. It's pretty freaking rad, man. So what happens now is if you stimulate any one aspect of that process or stress one of our organs, push it to its limit, the whole system is vulnerable to falling apart. And rarely do we overstimulate just one aspect. It's often a system-wide assault. Modern diet, or SAD, the standard American diet here in the US, and unfortunately we're exporting that diet to the rest of the world. Yay, America. But it's heavy in processed foods. It's basically designed to create internal stress. So when we eat too often, we eat too many carbohydrates, and I'm talking simple or complex, okay? I'll go into that some other day. Too few fats, healing fats I'm talking about, too few micronutrients, so your minerals and all those good things, and too many calories. We're telling our body that we live in a harsh, stressful environment. High carbohydrate diets do this. First and foremost, by messing with our blood glucose. Yeah, they like to mess with that. So when we eat carbs, our blood glucose spikes suddenly. That's how the system works. Too much glucose in the blood is poisonous, so we release insulin to lower it. Now, insulin moves the glucose into the cells to derive fuel from it, then the muscles, then finally to body fat for storage when our muscles can't take it anymore. This drops our blood sugar level, making us hungry again. It's the system. It's this, then that. It's if this, then that. It's pretty amazing, actually. So on top of that, eating too many carbohydrates gets in the way of eating more nutrient-dense foods. When we make potatoes, grains, and legumes the largest portion of food on our plate, we are missing out on all sorts of beneficial vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, healing fats. Instead, we have 2 cups of cooked pasta, let's say. If we took that and subbed that out for 2 cups of baked broccoli, sauteed kale, with bacon, by the way, or raw salad greens, we would be getting hundreds of times the nutrition at a fraction of the calories. Now, the biochemical kicker, when we eat too many carbs, we stop craving nutritional foods and just crave more carbs, especially those processed ones, baby. Man, they have some good extra chemicals, we'll just call them, in there. I'm trying to keep it PG. Some good extra chemicals in there that some really brilliant people have created to put in the food to make it more craveable. Yeah, it's a thing. All right, so since the body tightly regulates blood glucose to about 1 teaspoon at any given time, 1 teaspoon, I don't have a teaspoon near me, but imagine 1 teaspoon, okay? That's what the body wants or can tolerate in its blood. Most modern diets blow that away in just a few bites. So this vicious cycle of hunger and cravings stresses our bodies beyond its breaking point and then over and over all day long. Eventually, it cannot rebound as quickly, then not at all. So here we go. Big Food designs food, yes, I have air quotes, better known as Frankenfood in my circles. It designs it to be addictive and to seduce our brains with these feel-good chemicals. I mean, they're good. They're good stuff, right? So some of the best in the biochemistry business, they work for Big Food. Our primitive brains are no match. On the other hand, a high healthy fat, very low carbohydrate diet protects us against those highs and lows in our blood sugar. This is because on a ketogenic diet, and I say way of living, I use diet often, just kind of educating people because we all understand that term, but there's going on a diet and then there is your diet. I'll do an episode on that too at some point. So we run on fats when we are in the state of ketosis, more specifically nutritional ketosis, which is what I recommend. So we run on fats and proteins recombined into ketones, which is an alternative to glucose. And to boot, when we are on or eat the ketogenic way, we are eating more calorie dense foods and often fewer calories too, as we are better satiated. So it kind of leaves you with that feeling of, that was a good meal. I'm good. I'm not hungry. I'm not super stuffed. I'm like comfortably full. That's a great feeling, right? So this leaves more space on our plates and in our stomachs for foods that don't have many calories at all, but are loaded with nutrients. So key here, all together, removing the negative carb spike cycle and adding extra nutrients gives our bodies the tools to heal. These nutritious foods send signals to our bodies that we are safe and that there is good food and that we are living well. In turn, our bodies respond with reduced cortisol, your stress hormone, healthier organs, and improved satiety. So this is how you lower your stress levels with nutritional ketosis. I'll check back in and give you a little more information on how your amazing body works another day soon. Peace.